Something like, say for example, Botswana has got 2.3 people per square kilometer.
To the people and not to the rich cats.
Just like to,
Yeah.
I just have another point to make in that connection, is that what we found is one of the most shocking aspects of American foreign policy towards Africa is the population control programs, whereby a continent which has already lost such a large proportion of its people through slavery, and it's the lowest populated in the world, is something like, say for example, Botswana has got 2.3 people per square kilometer, whereas Britain or Holland have about 100 times of that. And yet, Europe is not being targeted for population. America is spending something like $15 billion on population control, the American government, in addition to USAID, UNFPA, and IPPF, all the big population control agencies. And I think this is particularly urgent because of the big United Nations conference in Beijing, which is going to take up precisely these issues and rubber stamp them. So this is something which you can actually start doing something about right now.
I had a quick on
like this colonization of Africa. Why do you think that black people in America should lobby to these people who are doing this? What makes you think that they would all of a sudden change their policy towards that?
Okay, can I tell?
You see, yeah, what I'm saying is this, for instance, countries in Africa. They've isolated Libya, isolated Rwanda, isolated all progressive countries. And they supported the most reactionary government. They support Mobutu, who is killing black Africans day in and day out. They're supporting all the reactionary governments in Africa because they serve their interests. Now, what the American public could do, and the black lobby could do, is, for instance, when America wants to impose sanctions against an African country, you organize mass protest here, you send petition to the government, do all in America. The principal cause was slave labor on the cotton field. And this is a contribution that Africa has made to the United States. What is colonialism? European countries dominated Africa, not only Africa, but the whole of non-European continent. The Asian continent was wholly dominated, with the exception of Japan and Thailand. Then this we call Assam in that case. These two countries in Asia which were never colonized. But the rest of Asia was colonized. The rest of Africa was colonized by the same powers, except Ethiopia. The rest of Latin America was colonized without exception. The whole continent was colonized by Spanish and Portuguese countries. But the major countries were five. Five European powers. They used to call them great powers. What are these five countries? Great Britain and the United Kingdom, Germany, France, Austro-Hungarian Empire, and Tsarist Russia. How many are they? Five. And which are they? England, Germany, Russia, France, Austria-Hungary. These are the great powers which dominated the entire world. The entire world was dominated by these five great powers, and the course of history on this world was determined by these five great powers. We all speak English, we all speak French, we all speak German, because we neglected our languages. These became peripheral languages, not real languages, but languages of the great powers. So they attacked our continents and subjected them partly with Africa to slavery as well as colonization. And in Asia, they subjected them to that called indentured labor. Indentured labor, which was taken outside, which is virtually like slavery, which is taken out of Asia to South Africa, to Europe, to America, and elsewhere. And we had also immigrants from Spain and Portugal who came to the Latin American countries.
Burundi has a population of 5.5 million. And this is a huge population for such a tiny, small country.
That's right.
Je